Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy Trey. A-S-A-S, A-S-A-S, M-R. And you know I didn't want anything, I just want to make sure you're good, you're safe, you're well fed, and you're not being mistreated. You're not being mistreated by nobody. Okay. Tonight, I have like a little different type of video. I told you I was gonna come through with this. If you watched my last video, I told y'all I was gonna basically make like a quick little, beat making video, ASMR style type shit, First time I've ever done this. I'm actually gonna turn the volume down so the beat it's not gonna be an actual loud beat, It's ASMR. That wouldn't make it ASMR, right? So I'm gonna turn the overall volume down inside my DAW. And if you don't know what a DAW is, a DAW, it is a digital audio workstation. So I'm basically gonna turn the overall volume down. So let's do that, and we're gonna create a little beat, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. It's the first time I'm doing this ASMR style, so yeah, let's learn together. All right. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. Almost forgot what the hell I was about to say. Enjoy yourself. Do this. All right. So first, before we do anything, let's test our volume. So I'm gonna turn the overall volume down. Let's grab a VST and see if we can, we start with the piano. Piano is easy to make melodies to start off with, and then you can, eventually change the sound, eventually. But we got the volume at 50%. Let's actually turn it down to like 30%. See if that is a good volume. Like it's the overall volume of the whole. Alright, now you know what? Let's turn it down a little bit more. About 15. I need it loud enough where I can hear it. Okay, I say that's a good. Okay, I feel like that's a good little, start right there. So, alright, we got our VST, and this is basically how I start to create, sit down and just go with it. Start with a little melody, I guess. I don't have my MIDI. I'm sorry, that was my phone. I meant to put that on vibrate, but I don't have my MIDI hooked up. So we're just gonna basically paint the notes in. We're gonna color the notes in like this. Let's turn it down a little bit more. Let's go down to 14%. Let's see. Let's pick our BPM. I like to be around 130, 120. Let's go 127. Alright. So we go. Let's pick our root note. Let's go pick our scale. Let's go minor melodic. Let's go E minor, right? Alright, we're gonna go E minor. I'm actually gonna start that off like that. Yeah, we're gonna start that off like that. I like making my beats like a little dark, I'm a hip hop producer, so rap producer, so that's my genre. But I love to make beats outside of that too, like R&B. I've got a few rock tracks that I've made too. Soft rock, alternative rock type style, some pop, a couple of pop tracks. I'm trying to venture out because honestly, that rap money, that the production money that comes from the trap scene is not it compared to like pop and rock and stuff like that. So I definitely don't mind stepping outside my box, but I just love start right there, yeah. Everything is like in scale because well, you know it's not. Let me. When you have this little musical sign, right? Musical note highlighted. Basically, it's like a snap to scale. So all your notes will basically snap to the scale. You see how some of them are skipping? They're snapping to it. So when you have that snap to scale button, alright, so now we're in scale. We are in E minor. We are in E minor, okay. So we got a nice little starting point. Alright. And this is the song pattern. This right here, the section of the DAW is called the song pattern. And I like to just go ahead and lay my patterns down, you know, so let's get in song mode. Alright, let's go. Let's get another VST, right? I feel like that's like a guitar VST right there. Let's go ahead and copy that. So I'm actually gonna copy that and, you know, paste that same. Okay, and all that. Can't really hear that. And it's not really what I'm looking for. Analog Lab. I fucks with this VST right here. Analog Lab is definitely dope. Shout out to Analog Lab Lab V. I got the free version, alright, cause I'm broke. Alright, so these keys, we're in the dark keys. Oh, I like that. That's a nice little lo-fi right there for real. Let's turn it up a little bit. Okay, yeah. We're actually gonna use that, so. But instead of leaving the same exact pattern like we did with our first sound, we are going to, let's go ahead and bring out our arpeggiator, and we're gonna see how it sounds like. Let's see, actually. Okay. 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 I feel like, yeah, we could do that. Let's do that. Let's do that pattern right there. And we're going to, let's go ahead and stretch that out. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, we got that done. And what I like to do is I like to switch it up a little bit. So the first pattern can be different from the second pattern, you know. It's still the same groove, but you want a little different. You want some different variations, you know. Whether they're, it be slight variations or very different, impactful ones. So, okay, let me see. Let's go ahead. Okay, we're gonna do that. Like, yeah. See, we just want little subtle changes. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out my strumizer. They call it the strum. The strum. It basically is like a humanizer. You heard how it sounded before. Like I can play it now. It sounds real like too computerized. It's too on point, you know. So when you bring this little, oh shit, I didn't mean it, wrong button. When you bring this little guy right here, the strumizer, the little strum, and you hear how it sounds now. You hear the lag and the alternate chords and the it sounds more like somebody's playing it because all the keys aren't getting pressed at the same time, you know. It basically brings out a little humanizer, you know. So alright, that sounds nice. We're gonna keep that. So we're gonna do, that was pattern 1. Remember we made a different unique pattern for pattern 2, but it's still the same pattern, you know. So we gotta do the same thing for that pattern 2 that we made. And when you make beats, guys, like, try to stay in the same key. You know, it's no point of doing music when you're making a beat and every sound that you use is like in a different key or a different scale, you know. So it doesn't sound good like that. Now, there are no rules to music, but come on, there are a lot of unofficial rules, and that's one of them, you know. So let's go to some more sound. Matter of fact, let's get one more sound. Always try to make beats. My beats, I always try to like use, you know, 3 sounds as far as the melodies. Top melody, counter melody, and like a side melody, you know. Let's see. Actually, I am going to, but we're not gonna use that much of a different sound. We're actually gonna layer the piano with another piano. So we can lay that piano with another piano, clean piano. So let's see if we can do that. How that sounds. Alright, so we got 4. So let me go ahead and make 5, which is pattern 2. Go ahead and lay that down. And what I'm gonna do now is I like to get creative. You know, you don't have to do everything like textbook when you're making beats. Like I said, there are no rules. You gotta get creative and just hold on. My phone's ringing. You know how it be. Alright, where was I at? Oh yeah, so we're going to I'll put those in the master channel. So basically we're gonna record, and I like to, like, you know, you can throw like some effects on certain things or whatever, and you know, just to get it some different variations and whatnot. Okay, I like that. So we're gonna we lose the beat because FL Studio does crash all the time. So let's save our beat. We're gonna name it ASMR as well. So alright, so we named it and we saved our beat. Okay. Now let's go. Let's get tricky. Let's get a little tricky with it, right? Alright, so we have that. So this is the first part. Okay. That's the first part. And we're gonna add another one. We're gonna add another VST, which is one of my favorite ones. Shout out to Gross Beat, man. The Gross Beat gods, man. I'm a part of the crew, you know. And you know, we don't need to half speed that. Let's try to see if we can throw like some random patterns in there and see what it sounds like. Let's mute that for now. Let's mute that for now. And yeah, we're gonna that might end up working out, right? Let's see how it sounds. Because I changed the pattern up within the recording, while it was recording. And I didn't record it. Yeah, I didn't record it. I didn't record it. Alright, we're gonna do it for real this time. I forgot to press this. Okay, so. Alright, so. I like that. I like the switch up. I like that. You know, the second part. We're gonna keep that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. We don't need these. We used our VST for what we needed it for. Now let's go back to our beat. Alright. We're gonna put that right there as the second part. Yeah, so basically that was the pattern 4 was the actual VST that we had, and these are the sounds that we extracted, I guess, manipulated from the VST. So let's just keep these. So we'll see how it sounds like reversed. Remember, switching it up, variations. I like that, but we're not gonna use it right now. We're gonna keep that regular for now. I'm sorry about that. My neighbor is a very, very needy neighbor. But he isn't the neighbor that you guys are used to from years and years ago from my page. The annoying one, he moved a few years ago, but this one's a good one. Alright, almost forgot what we were doing. Alright, so we have our melody. I think I was in the middle of making some different variations over here, I'm not sure. Alright, sometimes you gotta pause it because, you know, the CPU gets to cracking and stuff. Let's make this one different. I feel like, yeah, very low tones on that one. Okay. Alright, so I feel like we're ready for our... Let's jump into our drum kits. Okay. Once you just hear an 808 or a sound and you, like it's the first one and it sounds perfect with your beat, you know it's the one, you know, so. Alright, we got an 808, so we don't really need anything else. Let me... Okay, yeah, so we have the 808. The 808 is nice, right? And I'm sorry, my messenger is going hamburger and cheese right now, so. Alright, so yeah, we got... So, I'm just gonna build the beat from here, you know. It's basically what I like to do. I like to get my sounds and stuff. I like that. I'm not gonna use any of those. I feel like we could use that one. That one sounds good. Alright. Oh, and that's what a lot of producing is start and stopping. I'm sorry if you people aren't used to that, but yeah, start and stopping, start and stopping. If you watch any beat making videos, you'll hear a lot of start and stopping. It's just what we do. I mean, some simple hi-hats. Let's go ahead, man. We gotta chop her out. Alright. Just switch it up. That's all it's about. yeah, sounds good. So we're just gonna stick with that, right? Simplicity wins, alright? Simplicity wins. I like my kicks nice and punchy and hard, you know? Alright. You just gotta feel it, you know? Feel it as you're making it. Let's turn that snap to scale off. I feel like, okay, simple, you know, simple. So we're just gonna copy that and then hit it with a little different variation on the second part. Actually, we're gonna take that last one off and make that for the second pattern. Again, you want to have some different variations. You don't want the same, even if it's minor, just like that. You know, it's very, very minor. It's just the extra kick that the first pattern didn't have. So, just so the listener, you, me, everyone that's listening, doesn't get repetitive, you know. I really love hi-hats. Anybody that knows me knows how I make beats and produce. I love hi-hats. Well, not hi-hats, but open hats. We don't want that loud, just like the last one. Just add some more groove to it, you know. Alright, it's starting to pop. I gotta figure out what VST is doing. I believe it's flex always. You know what? Alright, let's stop the popping. We're gonna stop the popping right now. Let's make sure, okay. Let's make sure I don't have any variations of that. We're gonna stop that popping. Basically turn it into the VST that's causing the CPU problems popping. We're gonna audio that VST out. We're gonna take the audio from it and just mute the VST, which is what I did. You see, I recorded the audio right here. This is the actual VST, the pattern that's making the popping, because it's using a lot of CPU. So obviously for ASMR video, that popping shit is for the birds. Alright, so yeah, that's basically if we don't want to have any other variations for this, for these up here, so we can just do this right here. Instantly, you look right up here, CPU is not going crazy, so. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna take that out there on these parts. Let's go ahead and put those. Damn, it's not even that. It was this. It's the analog VLab that's causing the. Okay, so yeah. We're just gonna audio that out then. Audio that out. That is. I believe those are patterns. Pattern 2, pattern 3. Okay. Pattern 3. So it's in slot 2. Yeah, we're just gonna audio that out. And I love getting creative inside FL Studio because you can do so much shit with this, you know, so. Alright. So we have that done, right? So we basically don't need these up here. Let's go ahead and, you know, erase those because we have these sounds now, right? Back up here, so now the popping should be gone because all of our VSTs that was using CPU, heavy CPU, should be turned off. So just there. You see all of that right there. Simple fix. There we go. Okay, so where's our handy dandy 808? We need our 808, right? You know, was gonna use like a sub, but I was like, you know what? Let's just use an 808. It's gonna kick in, right? Right. So it's simple. You know? Different. A little bit of variation right there. Let's stop. We're gonna cut the 808 out right here. Cut that out a little bit. see how this will sound right here with that reverse. This last one reversed. Doesn't sound good. That's why you have to experiment, you know, experiment. I'll tell you what we will do though, we're gonna make that unique, and but like we could, let's drop that. Different key. I'm sorry, my phone is going ham right here. I feel like we can do both of those like that, matter of fact. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's do that. So once it let's get some different variations of hi-hats right here. Different variations of hi-hats. Let's raise it up. I like that. 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 Give some variations. Subtle stuff you can barely hear, but you can still hear it, you know. That last part right there, I feel like we can do. some tricks with it, But the beat's basically done. I'm just putting it together. Arranging it is the proper terminology. Just arranging the beat, Just arranging the beat. So we have that. Always put my melodies at the top, and then everything else, like my sounds. Always add my melodies and my mixer verse before anything else. For some reason. Melody. FX breakdown. It's just something for the sake of the video. So yeah, one step. It's right there. Let's go ahead and take that off there. We had that on the master. Let's go ahead and resave. You have to save often in these digital audio workstations. In these DAWs, you have to save every single chance because they crash a lot. They crash. For no reason, they crash. Actually, let's make another one, right? And with this one, we could reverse that. Let's see how it sounds. And hold on. Let's go back up to it again. Let's pull up the properties and let's raise it just to see how it sounds. Now, it may sound stupid. Again, that's just a breakdown, I feel like it rolls right nicely into that, so. Now, I will have this beat also. I've heard a couple people in comments, especially my last video. A couple of people asked me, where can you find my beats or whatever. You can find me, just search Trevez Beats with a Z, not an S, on all platforms. This beat will definitely be on like Spotify. This beat will definitely be on all platforms. Give me a few days because Spotify, if you know anything about these distros, these music distros, it takes like a week for your music to finally get up there. So if y'all are inquiring about this beat, if you want to know about this beat, I will, finish mixing this beat. I'll do that a separate video. I'll maybe make an ASMR mixing breakdown video where you can see me mix the beat or whatever. But I'm still trying to figure out how I would do that because I need the music to be somewhat loud. Although you don't need it to be really loud to mix. You're honestly supposed to mix with the volume starting off low, so I'll figure it out. But if y'all want that type of video, just let me know. And yeah, we could do that. So we're just gonna cut that off. Just make it a quick beat, right? Just make that a quick. Alright, so we got that beat done, and we can forget. Hold on, there it is. Gotta have my, the producer tag on that, right? And this your boy Trey. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know if y'all want another beat making, ASMR video. I can break it down, but like I said, I gotta mix. I still gotta mix this beat before I put it up on all platforms and everything like that. So, y'all inquiring about this beat ASMR. So that's the name of the track. So yeah, for the sake of the video, obviously, but I ended up, liking this beat. I thought we were gonna go along the lines of just like a super relaxing lo-fi beat, with the boom bap type of lo-fi vibe. But we didn't go. Yeah, we didn't go that. We didn't go. We did not go. We went a full straight. It's like trap hip hop. But like I said, I'm a hip hop trap producer. I can't help it. If you want to find this beat, it's called ASMR, and it will be up within the next couple weeks. So, check back. So just make sure you check it out and look for Trevez Beats. I will put it in the description where you can find me and where you could search me and stuff like that. So, yeah. But I'm gonna end the video right here. But I'm gonna let y'all listen to the beat. To end the beat or whatever. And if you made it to this point of the video, which is basically the end, type beat, type beat, TYPEBEAT, type beat. Right? If you made only if you made it to this point of the video, okay. I always gotta pinpoint my OG viewers, my viewers that watch me, because I appreciate everyone that clicks on me, view, takes a listen, all of that. But the people that actually watch me from end to end, y'all got a place. I got a place in here, alright? And it doesn't go unnoticed. Trust me. I love y'all. Each and every single one of y'all. I love you. I love you. Alright? But yeah, man, I also love this. I also love making music. So this is actually my first love. I'll let you boy. But I will see in my next